Hi guys and welcome to Crazy Burger. So what were the best and worst carts and games released on the Evercade in 2022? I'm going to have a look at the best games, the worst games, the best cart and probably the worst cart released this year. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with the best cart of 2022. This one's a really difficult choice and probably comes down to two. And I've really just chosen this one. The EliteColeyBoy 1 cart. I thought this cart was brilliant. Yeah, we could have had Alwa's Awakening, or we could have had the Renovation Collection, for example. But I think this one was overall the best sort of release in 2022. I really loved that. Some excellent games on here that I played quite a lot. Let's have a look at some of the games. I had a good selection of games. There was 8 games. 64th Street, which I thought was a great beat 'em up. Avenging Spirit, which was just a little bit different. It's got that amazing side battler. EDF, the Astyanax, which I actually quite enjoyed. It's much better than the NES version. It's got brilliant Saint Dragon, absolutely phenomenal Rodland, and P47. I think it was a decent collection of games. Good bit of variety there, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look at some of the games playing. Sort of very underrated beat 'em up this. I think it's absolutely brilliant. If it wasn't for Final Fight, this would probably be my most favourite beat 'em up on the Evercade systems. Absolutely brilliant. Good fun. Such a blast, and yeah, finished this. It doesn't take too long, but it's great fun. Quite colourful, quite bright, easy to pick up and play. We've got this great game, Side Battler, which, yeah, we've got the XP, we can then boot it into this, which is even better. Such a blast. Pity we can't link up 2 players, eh? I keep saying that, but yeah. Bright, colourful, such a blast. Sounds amazing too, doesn't it? So loud. Shows you the inconsistency with the sound with this unit. This game sounds brilliant. Other games are really quiet, so must be an emulator thing, I think. Hopefully that can be fixed. Brilliant. And yeah, Rodland. What an amazing game. Look how colourful and bright this looks on here. I don't know how people could have finished this back in the day because I keep dying so many times, but it's such a blast. Oh, I'm going to die again. Wow, great game though, and an absolutely great cart. I'm not particularly great at this game, but it's such a blast. It's easy to see why a lot of people love it. There were quite a good few number of carts released this year, and I think these two are my runners-up. Renovation Collection was released early in the year, and it was fantastic. Great cart. Alwa's Awakening Cathedral, also a great cart. Could have easily been the best one for me, but I think Jalico just had that sort of variety, and it had 8 games as well, which was really good. Yeah, honourable mentions to these two for sure. And the ones recently released, To a Planet and Ireme, are really good as well, but these ones definitely are just a little bit just above, I think, for me. Let me know, guys, what you think. Now guys, I don't think it's going to be a massive shock to what the worst cart is on Evercade, and this one stands out by a long way ahead of any of the others. I don't even think any of the others are even that bad. All the other ones, even the C64 collection, I really enjoyed, but the worst one for me by a long way was this one, and Television Collection 2. It really was an absolute waste. It had a couple of good games off the Tower of Doom, and a lot of people like Cloud the Mountain. I didn't really enjoy it myself, but I can see why people might like it. But the rest of the games were just an absolute mess. I really did enjoy this cart. It should never have been released. I think it was just a poor selection of games, bad controls. Yeah, it was an absolute nightmare. Let's have a look, grudgingly, at some of the games. Now there was 12 games, which is always good to have lots of games, but yeah, there only were a couple that were pretty decent. Auto Racing was just horrible. Cloud the Mountain was alright, but not really for me. Hover Force was okay. Motocross was alright, I guess, but skiing was alright. Reverse, just forget about it. Sharp Shot, a waste of time. Stadium Mud Buggies, not really in the mood for that. Star Strike, boring as hell. Super Pro Decathlon, I suppose, okay. Tower of Doom was probably the best game on here, and Vectron, yeah, just one of those ones that you just need to get into to understand. But yeah, I just didn't enjoy this kart. I just felt it was just a waste because the controls were a mess and it just wasn't fun to actually play through. Such a massive shame. It really could have been better, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's have a bash at what we're going to play. Any of them? None of them? All of them? Oh, grudgingly, what am I playing? I think the biggest pain is probably utilising the on-screen controller. It really wasn't the greatest, but some of the games worked, some of the games didn't. Yeah. Number of laps is such a pain. Let's just get on with it. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Oh, just play. See what I mean? That's just one massive frustration. I think I just can't be bothered with any of that nonsense. What's the buttons? What's the button? Oh yeah, it's the X button. Now this might have been okay back in the day, but I just think sometimes some of these games don't hold up too well at all. Oh, this probably one wasn't too bad, to be honest. Once you get going and used to the actual controls, but you can't cut corners, which is just a pain. I'm a corner cutter. Yeah, it's awful. I think we'll play enough of this. Yeah, I'm not really wanting to play through any more of these games. I think you can look at my review video if you want to see any more. It's just atrocious. Unless you like Tower of Doom, which was actually alright. I quite liked that one. But the rest, I really don't want to play them again. What is the worst game on the Evercade released in 2022? Is it Beast Wrestler? Tempting to put that as the worst game because it's not the greatest, but I can see why people might like it. It has some redeeming qualities. It does look good, so it would be a bit of a shame to put that at the bottom of the list. For me, the one that's at the bottom of the list has to be back onto the Intellivision Collection 2, and it's Auto Racing. It's just an absolute mess of a game. It takes a nightmare, ages to get started. Select the course, one will do. Select your car. Oh, you need to press enter, remember. Select your car, who knows, take your pick from any 1 to 5. Press enter again. Press enter, or move on to the other controller, press enter. Ah, I can't remember what to do now. Oh yeah, press select to go into the other hand controller, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. It's just, what the heck do I do? I don't know. It's just a riot, it really is. But yeah, once you get going, then you need to utilise the brake, make your way around these corners somehow. But trying to get started in the game is just an absolute mess. It takes a while to get used to. For me, just not for me. Ideally, you need to download the original manual to understand exactly what you need to do, because the Evercade manual doesn't tell you enough to make progress through this game. Yeah, I'm just going to crash, aren't I? Yep, of course, I'm going to crash, because I'm rubbish. I think ideally you need to be using the original hardware for this one, because it just doesn't really work on this D-pad, but I'm doing my best. I think I'm doing okay, but I'm going too fast. I'm going to crash again. Ideally we have some sort of on-screen sort of map of where we're going, of the circuit. Try to sort of tap the brake to sort of make my way around, but this one isn't fun. Oh, I'm going way too fast. Oh my god. Yeah, I think quite easily the worst game released in 2022 on the Evercade. Okay, so what is the best game released on the Evercade in 2022? Let's have a look. For me, it's either one of these two games, and I'm going to plump for Alwa's Awakening. I think it's just less frustrating than Cathedral. I think Cathedral just really annoys me, and I've swore so many times playing it, even though it's a good game. Alba was much more enjoyable. It's still a bit tricky, and at times it's not clear where you're supposed to go, but for me, it's still an absolutely amazing game. Now, hopefully through 2023 we might even see Alwa's Legacy, which is also an amazing game, probably much better than this and far larger as well. Fingers crossed. That would probably require it to be natively ported to the Evercade. Fingers crossed that happens, because it's really amazing. This looks so good on the XP as well, so colourful. Graphics looks fantastic. Gameplay is just brilliant. Can't do that one yet. I've certainly thoroughly enjoyed my time playing through Alba. Don't have the key yet. So guys, let me know what you think. Do you agree, disagree? Do you think this was the best game? What one do you think is the best game? Let me know in the comments. Obviously let me know about the other things as well. The worst game, best game. I'm sure every single person will have a different opinion on what that actually is. But yeah, I think this game is just phenomenal. Brilliant, great fun. Pretty hard at times, but once you get used to it and figure out what you're supposed to do, you'll definitely make progress. Every boss has their weakness, and every character has their weakness as well. Don't stand on spikes. Guys, what a game. I absolutely think it's brilliant. Let me know. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.